On what happened in the wild moments that led to a shooting at a popular Harbor Town restaurant. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Greg Hurst.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Skurlock. Tonight, police tell us one person has died and so far no arrests have been made.
Yeah. Well, I'm finna say, so let's get to it, bro. Young Mob.
Oh, shit, yeah. That'll be me.
Yeah. Young Mob. So, man, before you went in and you out now, is it like a big difference out here?
Yeah, it's different. A whole lot of stuff to change now.
It is?
Yeah, it's different.
It's big different?
Big different.
Like, so, you Young Mob, right?
Yeah.
Like, it was a one point of time when I was coming out, when I was filming and shit, like, and just keeping it G, like, it was a lot of people, like, scared of y'all. The beef in the city, man, like, do you think it'll ever end?
Nah, this shit forever. Ain't no stopping. It's up. When it's up, it's up. We ain't gonna stop. We ain't doing it for the culture or none of this shit. It just is what it is. We're gonna be doing heaven and hell, cell, jail, hell. It's just up. We ain't never gonna stop.
Fam, in today's video, we're talking about one of Memphis' most violent and closely watched street gangs. A gang known for extreme violence, loyalty to the set, and deep roots in Memphis neighborhoods. This gang has been on law enforcement radar for years, and now 8 of its alleged members have officially been hit with the federal RICO within the last 48 hours of me doing this video. The U.S. Department of Justice say that this gang, who we'll later speak on, is behind a string of crimes that sound like something out of a war zone, including murders in public places, armed robberies, kidnappings, drug trafficking, and arson. This isn't just beef. This is organized chaos unfolding in real time. According to the indictment, members of this alleged gang had went on region of violence that spanned years. In one case, which we'll later go in full detail, they allegedly murdered a suspect rival in a McDonald's drive-thru, then torched a getaway car. In another, members robbed customers at a Memphis restaurant, only for one of their own to get shot and killed by a local rapper and later dumped at a nearby fire station. Other crimes included a failed murder attempt in March of 2024 and a brazen armed robbery at a Memphis tattoo shop, which they had abandoned due to police, only to return hours later to finish the job. The feds say that wasn't random. It was part of a calculated effort to control territory and instill fear. Today, we break down exactly what's in this indictment, who the 8 men are, and what kind of time they facing. Some are looking at life in prison, if convicted. We're also going to the public reactions, the beef within their own cliques, and the broader gang war brewing in Memphis, and why this case might just be the start of something bigger. But before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I don't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're gonna jump right to it. Nowadays, everything end up on a diss track, but then it ends in a federal indictment. In Memphis, gang ties don't fade when the music get loud. They get louder. According to the feds, one of the city's most feared and tight-knit groups, known as Young Mob Military, or MOB, replaced the O with the 8, has dominated the streets, infiltrated with the music scene, and gone head first into open war with rivals, the police, and even within themselves. And by 2025, the feds will bring down a hammer charging the group with another RICO, the third one in 3 decades. But to understand the fall, we gotta go back to the beef, the blood, and the code that ruled the mob. Young Mob, also known by the feds as Young Mob Military, or MOB, is a hybrid crew, a street and prison-based organization with members from Blood, Crips, GDs, and even more, all unified under the 8-ball flag. Many members trace their roots to Walker Homes, a well-known neighborhood in Memphis, with talents like OG Boo Dirty, Moneybag Yo, Finesse 2 Times, B.E.O. Kenny, and Stupid Duke. On the streets, it may be enforced loyalty through violence and behind bars. According to the feds, they sparked yard wars with organizations like FVM, MAB, which was allegedly a part of their set. According to the feds, over turf, gang politics, and control. But to be honest, despite different backgrounds, MAB members put the MOB before all, even their own nation. And this loyalty will lead them to war with rivals and eventually the law. In the world of Memphis rap, it's only a few names that ring louder than Moneybag Yo and OG Boo Dirty. Both artists with ties to the mob as we mentioned, but the bond broke years ago when Moneybag Yo had signed with Yo Gotti, a longtime enemy of OG Boo Dirty. In prison at the time was OG Boo Dirty's blood brother. Brian Stupid Duke Lackley, who took it personal. He dropped a diss track aimed at Moneybagg Yo, questioning his loyalty and accusing him of betraying his roots. Now before I play what Stupid Duke had to say in his song, response to Moneybagg Yo diss Thinking Out Loud, we gotta play what Moneybagg Yo said in his track Thinking Out Loud that offended Stupid Duke.
How you talking shit behind jail walls? I just sent you some money, huh? Fuck me up, I was like a blind man, I ain't see this shit coming.
Now as mentioned, Stupid Duke was incarcerated, and he allegedly dissed him in an interview while incarcerated. But Moneybagg Yo didn't stop there. He had some more to say.
The nerve trying to diss, laughed at it, I'm just finding it funny. I really can get with the shit, for real, and get you stuck up in that bitch.
And Stupid Duke had this to say even while incarcerated.
You thinking out loud, bitch, you kill your thoughts yourself, bitch, you did a song with the optic.
Now later on, OG Blue Dirty will later speak on the riff in an interview confirming that the Yo Gotti and Moneybagg Yo alliance had fractured the mob's inner circle.
Again, we were chilling. Me and my people, we were chilling. They called out the blue, said, "Hey, bro, like, you know, bro at the Fed Forum, everybody performing at the Fed Forum, like, bro wanna holler at you." I'm like, "Who, bro?" They're like, "Got it." It was before the day though. It was like 4 days before. But we chopped it up. This the first time me and him ever chopped it up in life. Again, we didn't even speak on no old shit. You know what I'm saying? We ain't never speak on none of the shit, the past shit that went on with us, what went on in the city. We didn't even bring it up. Yo, bro, got it. I'm boo. Blah, 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 blah. This what we doing. This, that. I ain't on that, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's enough money out here for everybody. That was the end of it.
How big was that for the city of Memphis?
I mean, it was very big because the city was divided. Then at the time you had Moneybagg had already signed with Gotti. He was from our side, you see what I'm saying? So it made it more divided. So it really like bridged the gap a little bit. But it hurt the gap too because all the street niggas that was involved in it, all the other shit that came with what happened between me and him, they ain't understand it. You know what I'm saying? They ain't understanding it too. Some of them still don't understand it, but majority of them understand it now, 3-4 years later than back then when it happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you have to look at the majority of our homeboys and shit. You got to look at they 20 to 28 years old, so they still moving one way. So a lot of shit looked crazy to them 4-5 years ago. Don't look crazy to them no more, cause they was our age now.
Yeah.
When we made the situation, when we made the transition, you know what I'm saying? Like, they could kind of see that, like, okay, damn, this what brother did 4 years ago. Well, he realized he wasn't on it.
Now at the time, CEO 30, a rising Memphis rapper affiliated with KSBG according to the feds, which allegedly stands for Kickback Gang, had signed to Moneybagg Yo, but then began to have a fallout with him too, caught between the streets, politics, and industry loyalty. What started as rap beef turned into real bloodshed. In this new, recently unsealed federal indictment, just 48 hours ago prior to me doing this video, it was confirmed that not long after the diss record, when Stupid Duke was released from jail, he was allegedly shot with documents pointing fingers at someone from KSBG, the crew affiliated with CEO 30, which led to a full-blown war. Because in the streets of Memphis, retaliation isn't optional, it's a protocol. But according to this recent indictment, retaliation will come. January 28, 2022, Big Nooski, a 26-year-old with ties to Moneybagg Yo and CEO 30. He was gunned down at the New Horizon River Apartments. He was shot multiple times and died on the scene. May he rest in peace and love condolences to his family. Rumors spread it quick that it was payback for Duke's shooting, triggering a bloody chain reaction. Hours later, after the news had confirmed that Big Nooski had lost his life, Stupid Duke had went live and said this.
Hey, Bruce ain't got no gas money to get to me, man. Hey, Bruce ain't got no gas money. He gonna run out of gas 5-6 times trying to come on me. What's up, Big Duke? What's up, Cat Fuck? They gonna run out of gas 7 times, broke ass nigga. Everywhere I go, I got some hitters in the fight with me. About to get skunked to score, looking bad. Look like someone about to get skunked to score, looking bad. Look like someone about to get skunked. Look like someone about to get skunked. Man, I drop a low right now. My Uncle Rag game 10 times before they make it up here. Broke ass niggas. What's up, little man? Man, we caught we hit him from his head to his fucking feet. Motherfucker like some walking dead right now.
A live look from Whitehaven. Now, this is not the scene. You can see we've been pushed back from the perimeter, but police are on the scene of a shooting. Thank you for joining us tonight at 9. I'm Daryl Green. Merle Purvis is off tonight. Now, we begin with that breaking news. This is the 3700 block of Kazaza Road. A man has been shot. Fox 13's Lakia Scott is there live. Lakia, what can you tell us? What have you found out?
That's right, Daryl. I am at the New Horizon River Apartments in the 3000 block of Kazaza. Now, what we're being told is that police were dispatched here about an hour ago after getting a call about gunshots being fired in the area. Now, what we do know right now is that police are reporting that one male victim was shot here on this scene. Now, again, the victim did not survive his injuries. Now, we're here on the scene right now, but we cannot seem to get too close to the scene. As we walk up to the area, police they're turning us around when we try to get up to the area. You can hear the officer right now telling us that we can't come to the gate. What we're seeing are some cars back here behind the gate. Can't really see visually the vehicles, but we do see the flashing lights. There are no blue lights on the scene, but we do see white flashing lights. You see the officers right now telling us that we have to back up and back away from the scene. Now, what we're learning right now here on Fox 13 is that the victim is 26 years old. The victim who's pronounced dead is 26 years old. Again, police on the scene in the 3000 block of Kazaza in Whitehaven at New Horizon River Apartments. Now, we can't go back behind the gates. We've seen cars coming to the area, but as they come up to the gate, they're being turned around. And as I'm looking back this way, back here, over here by the cars, by the vehicles, you see there are about 4 or 5 vehicles right now trying to get up through this way. I'm not sure if they are residents here at this apartment complex, but they are trying to come to this area to see what exactly is going on. But police, again, are turning folks around, so we can't get really close to the crime scene. And it's kind of unusual. That crime scene is pretty dark. Again, you can't really see the vehicles. You see the white lights flashing. You can obviously tell that those are police cars, but not a crime scene with the typical blue lights. But we will continue to follow that. Police are reporting that they do not have any suspects in this case at this time. Again, a 26-year-old shot and killed here in the 3000 block of Kazaza, and police asking anyone with information to get that information to them at 901-528-CASH. For now, reporting live in Memphis, Lakia Scott, Fox 13.
Now, not only did he go live, but Big Duke had did a song dissing him as well. But it wasn't just a diss from Big Duke. At this point, it was tension within Bread Gang. The beef that Big 30 stepped in now got bloody. And Moneybagg Yo didn't attend the funeral of Big Nooski. Big 30 felt some type of way. And according to Big 30, he ain't get in that car neither. Shortly after Nooski's death, Moneybagg Yo had dropped a song called Airball after hearing the leaked CEO 30 diss track. Fans noticed that Big 30 and Moneybagg Yo wasn't around each other no more. And the track Big 30 had released felt like he was venting about how Moneybagg Yo abandoned Nooski and him, calling out the disloyalty and the street politics. Lyrics that once felt like art begin to sound more like evidence.
How the fuck you just gon' leave me to die up on my block? How you expect me to climb the same shit as a
to win, my nigga, what a love. Really, I made you. Created a player, it came with a chain and book.
About my cousin, I'ma die, fuck around and go federal. Now let me not talk like that.
Here's by Nooski Vault. You ain't the only one that took that fucking loss. All that secret smoke got me pissed off. Head told me to chill, I'm like, hell no.
This shit so crazy how you played it and blinded on us. I wasn't gon' say shit about it first, but you done dropped your.
You did shit for me, I ain't asked nobody to jump in my beef. No. If you wanna be honest, you niggas got in it cause y'all dick riding on me.
Don't say what I do to you. Your no shake, guys. I need to attend my nigga funeral.
You going back to my hood of choice right now? I can throw a parade on King Street. They say all that shit that you put in the song that day when you sing me.
Ain't glued to you. Guess you ain't slack, cause that's just something that you ain't used to do. Once you took 100 pounds.
Now at this point, it seemed like the mob was winning the war, and they was creating division within their own camps. Yet and still, the mob didn't let up, because according to this recent federal indictment on a RICO, just 4 months after Newski lost his life, the mob would strike back. May 28, 2022, a young mob member, Muhammad Samba, aka Ski, had exchanged messages with another young mob associate about the location of members of the rival KSBG gang affiliated with CEO 30 near the Southland Mall in Memphis, Tennessee. And on at about May 28, 2022, Samba and other young mob members shot and killed Jasper Strickland, also known as Cheese Dollar. May he rest in peace and love and condolences to his family. They also shot and injured a man that was only identified in the indictment as KC. Also, a man identified as JB was shot. Apparently, Jasper Strickland, KC, and JB were members of the rival KSBG gang. They shot 3 and 1 was killed. They were seated in the car at a McDonald's restaurant in Memphis, Tennessee, near the Southland Mall. On May 28, 2022, young mob members and associates had burned the stolen silver 2011 Infiniti M37 in Memphis, Tennessee that had been used in the murder of Jasper Strickland. Apparently, on the 13th, about 2 weeks earlier, a guy named Paul Nelson, aka Big Paul, and Lackland, aka Stupid Duke, received exchanged information about the location of a man only identified as TT, but apparently he's a musician associated with Bread Gang Entertainment, a rival music label as mentioned, for the purpose of robbing and assaulting TT. For those who've been with us for some time now, we did this story. That artist was later identified as Tripstar. Later that day, Nelson, Cox, and Winston had traveled to Tug's Casual Grill in Memphis. Apparently, Lackland called the hit, aka Stupid Duke, for the purpose of robbing and assaulting Tripstar. Nelson and Winston, both armed with brandishing firearms, attempt to rob TT, who was seated outside the restaurant. Winston, armed with the brandishing a rifle, chased TT into Tug's restaurant. On or about May 13, 2023, the same day, Nelson, armed with the brandishing a firearm, had robbed AB at Tug's restaurant. That same day, TT hid inside the bathroom of Tug's restaurant, aka Tripstar. As Winston searched for him, when Winston entered the bathroom, armed with a rifle, Tripstar shot Winston from the ceiling. Nelson, Cox, Winston then fled the scene in a stolen black 2020 Nissan Maxima and drove to a nearby Memphis fire station where Nelson and Cox had left Winston, who was later dead from his wounds. May he rest in peace. Love and condolences to his family. Later on that night, young mob members and associates had burned the stolen black 2020 Nissan Maxima in Memphis that had been used in the robbery attempt at Tug's Casual Grill.
Details first at 6 on what happened in the wild moments that led to a shooting at a popular Harbor Town restaurant. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Greg Hurst.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Skurlock. Tonight, police tell us one person has died and so far no arrests have been made. WRG's Shay Arthur has the latest.
Flashing blue lights, crime scene tapes surrounding a Harbor Town shopping center, an unfamiliar sight on a busy Saturday night around dinner time.
I'm shaken. I'm shaken that my mother, my 85-year-old mother, was running, panting.
Here's what Memphis police tell us took place. Around 7:30, officers showed up after getting word shots were fired inside Tug's Casual Grill. When police arrived, they found 2 off-duty out-of-state officers inside the restaurant. While clearing the building, they heard a loud crash, discovering a man had fallen through the ceiling of the kitchen. In a report, police referred to him as both a victim and a suspect. He was detained, telling investigators he was on a date, eating with his girlfriend on the front porch of the restaurant when a black car pulled up. 2 people got out and chased him into the restaurant. He went into the bathroom and climbed into the ceiling, trying to escape. Detectives located a gun in the bathroom along with 22 spent shell casings next to the weapon. 2 men were seen taking off in a black Nissan Maxima. Minutes later, one of the suspects was dropped off at a nearby fire station, later dying at the hospital. Police called the case an attempted robbery. Back at the restaurant today, we were there as maintenance was performed around the building. A sign posted on the door saying Tug's will be closed until further notice. The restaurant said approximately 50 customers were inside at the time of the incident and were safely escorted out. Shay Arthur, WREG, News Channel 3.
And if you know anything about this case, give Crime Stoppers a call at 901-528-CASH. In the meantime, the general manager of the restaurant told us in a statement, we will continue taking every precaution to ensure that our...
Now, Trip Star will later go on No Jumper and speak about this situation. Thank God he survived. But just like CEO 30, he had left the label. Having this indictment in 2025 and looking back at this situation almost 3 years ago, well, it shows. When Trip Star was asked who was the first person he talked to, he mentioned it was Moneybagg Yo, and he told him to come to his house in LA, and that's what he did. I'm assuming they knew who it was.
Yeah, it was recent. That probably like a month ago, Adam.
A month ago?
Probably less than a month.
So break it down for me. You're at a restaurant, just a regular ass restaurant?
Yeah, I'm in a restaurant eating outside.
Eating outside. And what, somebody tries to relieve you of your jewelry, I'm guessing?
For sure with the jury. For sure with the jury. Because I don't beef. Like I told for my city, I don't beef with no nigga. Like, I'm getting money. I don't, I fuck with the robbers. Like, they respect me. They fuck with me in my city. I ain't never had no beef. I ain't never fuck with nobody in my city. Like, everybody vouch for me, like, call anybody from my city, like, ask about me, like, they gonna tell you Trip just getting money. He don't fuck with no nigga like him. Like, the robbers don't even fuck with me. Like, they like, respect, like, because I show too much respect to the world, like.
Right.
So I'm showing Bones respect, junkie. I don't care what you is. Whatever.
And this was just like a random ass person thinking they were going to do something?
This shit, some guys jumped out on me.
And how did you manage to get the upper hand in this situation, assuming that they had the element of surprise?
I'm just already paranoid. I'm just paranoid, always on point, looking. I'm just watching everything. I peeped some. I peeped it a couple times. I was already prepared. I did my shit.
And shit just got handled right there at the restaurant?
Yeah. Self-defense.
Right. And did you get arrested? Like, how did this unfold afterwards?
I went to jail, for sure.
For a brief period of time, I'm guessing?
Sure.
And then what, they checked the cameras and they ended up deciding that you weren't in the wrong?
Self-defense.
Mr. Self-Defense.
Self-defense.
That could be a rap name. If you wanted to be a little foolish with it. It's Mr. Self-Defense. It's kind of got a ring to it, right? I like that laugh.
No, for real. No, yeah, man.
Wow.
Yeah, man. It happened fast, too. That shit, I'm trauma from that shit right now. That shit crazy.
Yeah, I mean, even though it was self-defense and you probably feel like you did the right thing, is it still tough to deal with it? Just having that on, like, weighing on your conscience?
For sure. Because I got so much shit going for myself. Good-ass shit. So that shit just, it should have flashed cross.
Right. So that didn't create more problems for you in the streets afterwards, though?
I don't know, man. I just left, man. My mama wanted me to leave.
Oh, so you left. You're not even staying out there anymore?
I never was staying out there.
Oh, you haven't been staying in Memphis for a while?
Nah, I haven't. It ain't been a while. Probably been like a year, probably. I already wasn't living there, like. Yeah. I really wasn't living there, man.
How'd Moneybagg feel when he heard about this?
He was just glad I was alive.
Right.
He was just like, man, just come out here, man, come to my house. I went straight to his house, like, next day.
Do you look at that situation like you kind of made a mistake, though, by just being that publicly available?
For sure, Adam.
You shouldn't have been moving around like that?
For sure, Adam. No matter how high class the restaurant I thought it was, nothing can happen because where I was, high class, bro.
Really?
Like,
Okay.
Judges, police lived there, like, prosecute, like, it's $1 million houses where I was at. Like, this is some nice shit. You don't even supposed to be, like, they cracked, like, they were crazy. Like, they won't even, like, I ain't gonna lie, smart people that be on it don't even do shit, like, right there. You know what I'm saying? You from Memphis, you know, like, come on, man. But, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's the streets. It's the streets, like.
Better you than him.
No.
Or better him than you. I mean, I don't know him, but.
Nah, man, but for sure, like, yeah, man, self-defense, though.
Right.
That's what we running with, man.
But did you even have to, like, have your lawyer kind of fight it or anything, or did they just let it go right away?
That shit was right there, man. That shit didn't even make it nowhere.
Now at this point, Moneybag Yo refused to respond to Young Mob. CEO 30 and Tripstar had left Bread Gang, and CEO 30 can't let it go. He lost 2 and 3 months because of this war. Then he stepped in for Moneybag Yo. But according to the feds, Young Mob ain't stopped terrorizing. And Spooky Duke, or Stupid Duke, every time he get a drop, he was applying pressure. The following year, March 17, 2024, Stupid Duke sent a text message to Beck identifying the location of an unidentified male on Glenker Street in Memphis, Tennessee. That same day, Beck sent a message to Stupid Duke asking if the unidentified male was armed with a firearm. Beck and another member and associates of Young Mob to murder this unidentified male in Memphis, Tennessee. But it seemed like the feds was watching Stupid Duke at this time at least tapped his phone. Because when they got there, they was met by a heavy presence of police at the location. After that attempt murder on unidentified male 1, the same Young Mob member and associate who told Stupid Duke about the unidentified male presence on Glenker Street had told Stupid Duke he would have killed him himself if he would have had his firearm. Now before we continue, fam, I want to be clear. Those might remember last year we did a story about some paperwork being floating around with Moneybag Yo government initials being in paperwork identifying these shootings, especially the one for Newski. I covered it, but it was strange because only people who was associated with the case would have had that information. Little did we know 1 year later in this RICO, we would know why. And for those who want to check that out, I'll leave the link in the bio for you to check out after this video. But let's continue on this RICO indictment. Now, between April 29th, 2024 to May 2nd, 2024, the feds and the Western District of Tennessee had made an agreement. The state was going to lock Big Duke up on trafficking charges. In return, the feds will continue their racketeering case and prepare to give it to him, as we just mentioned, while we doing this video, mid-2025. And yes, Stupid Duke was hit with a RICO that includes murder, firearm possessions, as if though he was the leader calling hits on a rival crew that caused the label owner to go with a whole new label name, Loaf Boys. For everyone who lost their life in this story, once again, I do want to say rest in peace and love and condolences to you guys' family. Anyone who was affected by this story, I want to send love and prayers y'all way. In the end, Young Mob operated like they named, the mob, chain of command. At the center of it all, according to the feds, was Stupid Duke, the Memphis boogeyman, a name whispered in jail calls, diss tracks, and on the streets. He wasn't just a rapper or a shot caller. He was the one the feds say called the plays, even from behind the wall. And the crew behind him, Young Mob, wasn't just talk. They stood on business. From broad day robberies to retaliation in a fast food drive-thru, they made sure their names meant something. But in the end, the same reputation caught up to them. Now, like the generation before them, the leaders are in shackles, the soldiers are in cells, and the streets that once feared them are watching the story come to a close. For at least this generation, one federal charge at a time. Will the cycle break next generation, or will it repeat itself? Y'all let me know how you feel about this one in the comments. As more develop, I'll keep you guys updated. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And till then, I'll catch you guys on the next one.